Today's handyman video is based on this trampoline with enclosure combo. Let's get to it. Covers off. We have to look for the instructions. So in the bag it brings this warning label and your manual. So it comes with two boxes, box number 1, box number 2. And let's ensure that we have all our parts. As for box number 1, these are all the items that were in the first box that I opened. Some springs. I don't know what these are yet. And I noticed 2 of these have warning labels, and they were each in their own individual bag. Box number 2 is open. Let's see what's in it. So we have 6 tees, 6 of these, 12 extension legs. So it's 10, and the other 2 are the ones that came in a separate bag because of the warning labels. 6 of these. 3 of them came in the first box, and 3 of them came in the second box. Our jump mat, this is the jump mat. Our frame pad, enclosure net, 96 springs. 6 straight tubes. 6 curved tubes. Here's my curved tubes. And then the foam, I assume it's these styrofoam thingies. 6 pipe caps. The end legs. These end legs are actually these little guys right here. Then you check the hardware, that ensure that they're in the bags. Got your little ball there, which is the ball. And what's this? Backboard. Let's look for the backboard. So here's the backboard. I was looking for something hard, and it's not. It's this, and it came inside this bag with this, and that. So then here's the additional hardware, which is most of this stuff here. There's your little ratchet, the rope. So we have our upright ground stake, which is this, and this upper and lower poles, number 29 and 30, are these 2 yellow guys here. It's for 37. That's all these big guys here that curve. And 38, 39, they're inside this bag as well. So that's it. I think we got everything. I think we can start now putting this together. Step 1, step 2. We need these, all of these, and I assume these. They are not labeled, so you just have to guess from looking at the photo that it is what you think it is. So it looks like basically you stagger this one and this one. You have your T, your socket, your T socket, T socket, all the way to you complete the circle using these guys. We're on step 3, so we need 24 screws, 12 of these legs and 6 of these. So here we have it. It's starting to look like a trampoline. So now, with a little bit of help, my children of the corn, I will flip this over. Just so you know, all the screws should be facing inside the trampoline. Now, so you know, I had to take everything apart and reassemble it again because these holes are supposed to be facing upward. This is where the springs connect. So be careful with the instructions. The instructions, they were obviously written by someone that did not assemble one of these, and that's the problem when you get these manuals and you have the person that does the CAD drawings that does not take the time to go out on the factory floor and actually assemble one of these themselves so they could have a better understanding and word it properly. So I looked up on YouTube and there was a couple people that was having the same issue. But just so you know, holes face upward. So you connect this first. Take your little fancy tool they gave you and you pull. And that's the best way to get them in. And wear gloves. Okay. So like I said, wear gloves putting these springs on.
What's wrong? What's wrong?
Now for the next step. These are the end caps. The end caps go on the very top. It has 2 sides, this hole and this hole. The one with the threads faces outward. So here's the cap. Find the hole. You insert this piece here that has the hole. Then with this knob here, with the threaded screw. So you do this 6 times. Now I just want to show you what I had to go through again. I had to remove the padding again because on the instructions they don't explain this properly. But here you have these little slits. So let me take this out so you can see. So when you're putting this part on, you have this piece here. That piece, you line it up with this here. Then you put it in your first one. So you put it in your first one like so. Now you connect your spring from here to there. So this is how it's supposed to be. Got the net. You slide them in each one. Now the trick that I've been doing is I skip a few to make it easier for myself. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So at the 5th one, I'll pull the spring out. Right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. that one in. Get your spring. And then straighten it up. There you have it. Now then these 4 will be much easier to do. So you struggle with one a little bit and the rest will be easier for you to do. Now we have our padding in place. When you're putting the padding in, you want to start, you see this gap right here? You want to put these at these T's here. And you tie it. I started from the right side of it. Then on the inside, you tie it there. And you put where these slits are at first, and then it'll be right in the center where it needs to be. The next step will be putting these 2 pipes together, which is step 15. You got 6 of these, and the foam, the 12 pieces of foam. So I already started putting them. It's basically the bend. Let me lay it on the floor. The bend portion goes facing up. And then you put your Phillips screw in. Then you lean each of these against this spot here. So now that's left is just to lift the poles in place. Once you lift them up, they drop in to these pieces here.
Pushing. Trying.
As for these little end caps, they go right in here. Now we're starting the volleyball assembly. These are the first set of hardware that you're going to need to connect the 2 yellow poles together. And to connect this, you're going to use the ratchet that comes in the box. Just want to show you what's top and bottom. So this is the bottom of the pipe. It lines up with this part here. Then the top will be here. The holes are a little more separate. Now here's the way they want you to install it. You have one facing in, one facing out, the rest facing inward. So it's only at the top, one faces in, one faces out. So now once you have your post in place, it comes with 3 ropes. You just tie the ropes together, and it's basically just to help when the wind is blowing hard. So then you have one will be on the right side, center, and the left side. And this is the way they say to install the rope into this bracket here. You just loop it in, out, and then let me get my hand out the way so you can see. That's how they're saying to put it. And then on this end, you tie a knot. There you go. Now you can see it better right there. So you do this times 3. So basically that's how it's supposed to be. One on each end. Just like that. Now for the bullseye that it comes with, it's just straps. You might want to get a chair or something. You just clip them in place. It's 4 on each side. So I guess it's like a little extra game that the kids could play with. One thing I know that I'm going to need to get is some type of stairs or steps here in this area, because it's pretty high for the littler kids to get in. But I'll figure that out later on. As for the basketball part, well, that only lasted about 15 minutes and the kids already broke that part. So I don't recommend that part. That was not expected to break so quickly, but it did. So here you go. Let me get a farther view so you can see. So you got your volleyball and your trampoline. So I'm making this video. I must admit this was very frustrating to put together because the instructions, they weren't clear. And so when I put this video, you might want to watch it 1 or 2 times before starting this project, and I'll show you my mistakes, and so you don't make the same mistakes, because putting something up like this shouldn't have been so frustrating, but it was. I had to remove this twice. I had to remove the springs twice, and so take a good look, because that's how, when this padding goes on, the slit has to go where these bars go. So we had put these on the other side earlier. We had to untie every single one. That was not fun. So hope you liked the video, and I hope it helps you not make the same mistakes that I made. Thank you for watching another episode of Handyman Land. Like and subscribe.